The Imperium of Man is beset on all sides, and today that threat is Tycho and the Tyranid. Highfleet Pepsis returns to face a newish foe as Commissar Nick rolls out the Hand of the Emperor detachment of the Astra Militarum. It's Bugs versus Guard in this episode of 40K in 40 minutes. Greetings 40K fans and citizens, welcome to this episode featuring an absolute classic matchup of Man versus Bug. We dust off some classic models for your viewing pleasure as the Dimachaeron makes its return. Would you like to know more?
I am Tycho, the child of the warp, and I am coming to you today with Tyranids. I get to play Highfleet Pepsis. I'm so excited.
I'm playing the tanks, the Hammers of the Emperor. This is one of the new detachments in the new Imperial Guard Codex. I am not bringing a single thing that is not the vehicle keyword.
We've come to eat the juicy tidbits that are inside this tough, nasty tank army. I've got a pretty various list. It's been a while since I've been able to bring out Highfleet Pepsis, so it's really fun to be able to get them on the table. I don't have specific tools other than my Tyrannofexes for taking out tanks, but I'm really hoping to be able to outscore him rather than outkill him. I do have lethal against his entire army because he's bringing nothing but vehicles.
It might not be the most competitive way to play this. I think you probably should put some infantry in it, but who cares? I want to play tanks. The plan is to use the armored might of the Emperor to storm onto objectives with some of the bigger guns holding back a little bit to shoot out the enemy. Tyrannofexes need to go as soon as possible. If I get them down, that means my tanks are probably pretty safe. I gotta play the kill my opponent dead strategy and hit him hard enough and hopefully he doesn't get back up.
It's gonna be a blast, and I can't wait. So let's get to it. For the hive mind!
Today's deployment is also an absolute classic. It's a Dawn of War long edge deployment. Our mission is Purge the Foe. From turn 2 forwards, players will score 4 points for holding an objective and 4 more for holding more than their opponent does at the end of their command phase. All kill scoring is done at the end of the battle round, and players score 4 points for killing a unit and 4 more should they kill more than their opponent. Our mission special rule today is Adapt or Die. Twice per battle after drawing a secondary mission card, that player can draw another secondary mission card, then shuffle one of those 2 secondaries back into their deck. This is in addition to the available New Order stratagem.
Deployment! On the far left, I've got a Scout Sentinel, Tank Commander with a Battle Cannon over here. I've got a Rogal Dorn Commander over here. I've got a Melta Cannon Hellhound, Executioner Plasma Cannon Leman Russ over here. On my home objective back here, I have a Basilisk. Demolisher Tank Commander over here. Then I've got 2 Vanquisher Battle Cannons, because if one misses, at least the other one probably won't, right? Another Hellhound over here. Over here, another Scout Sentinel, another Rogal Dorn Commander, and lastly, bringing up the right flank, Exterminator Autocannon Leman Russ.
Across from you, you've got a lot of Dimachaerons. So 1, 2, 3 Dimachaerons. They're a legend. They're awesome. 200 points of nasty. Genestealers, Broodlord. I've got 2 Tyrannofexes with big rupture cannons. A Biovore that has spore mines around him that is going to be firing at you and hopefully scoring some points with those. Got some Venomthropes. I got Lord Wigglesworth with his Tyrant Guard. I've got some Termagants. I've got some Hormagaunts and a Trygon in reserve.
Right, reserves. Maybe I should have put some other stuff in reserves. Oh well.
Nick, that's a lot of tanks. I don't know what I'm going to do about that many tanks. I mean, there's like 1, 2. Oh, come.
Is it good?
Oh,
Can I one?
No.
Can I one?
No.
I promise I'll miss with my Vanquisher cannon.
Oh, you're going to have 2.
Okay. 1 for each Vanquisher cannon.
Hey!
What are you doing?
Stress eating.
This episode is brought to you by Magic Spoon. Magic Spoon fits a variety of diets. It's high protein, no sugar, and great for carb-conscious lifestyles. I know! Magic Spoon treats have 11 to 12 grams of protein, 1 gram of sugar, and 1 or 2 grams of net carbs, so I can always get the fuel I need on the go. I really like the new Magic Spoon granola. It keeps the Magic Spoon promise, too. Right? It's got 13 to 14 grams of protein, 0 sugar, and only 4 to 5 grams of net carbs in each serving. As someone who can't tolerate gluten, it's always difficult to find wholesome and delicious options, but Magic Spoon is perfect. But don't just take our word for it, right, JT? That's right, guys. You can try Magic Spoon today. Use code PLAYMAGIC or click the link in the description below to try Magic Spoon treats or granola today and get $5 off. You can also find Magic Spoon on Amazon or in your nearest grocery store. Plus, Magic Spoon is so confident in their product, it's backed with a 100% happiness guarantee online. So if you don't like it for any reason, they'll refund your money, no questions asked. So click the link in the description or go to magicspoon.com/playmagic or scan the QR code on the screen for $5 off.
Quick note on terrain, we have ruins, of course, all over the table here. Take a line from here, and that is the footprint of the terrain. We have a bunch of trees on here, but we're gonna call them decorative. Did you see the stats that Jen put up? 30% of your wins worth with orange dice, 70% of your wins worth with dark dice.
I have like an 80% win rate overall. I just win a lot. The cubes of chaos, they love me.
I've got the dark dice here now.
Oh, that's
Far in the corner. Would you like to go first or second?
I'm thinking that going first is actually going to be good for me. It will make sure that Nick falls behind in the scoring, and I think that my plan is to outscore Nick, not outkill him.
This kind of list would love to go first. I'd love to get some board position.
4.
Oh, tie! Once more! 5.
It's Nick going first.
Good luck.
Good luck to you, Nick.
Nick has won the roll-off to go first.
Ooh, I'm going second. This could hurt.
Nick moves his Scout Sentinels forward as he's going first. Come on, you apes! Do you want to live forever?
Do your scout moves before we start the game here. Genestealers. Going first. Excellent. We each get a command point.
Nick's drawn Cleanse and Engage at all fronts as his secondaries. He's using the Adapter Die mission rule to replace Engage at all fronts, and he's got Extend battle lines.
These objectives are not bad. I am gonna have to sacrifice my sentinels. All right, all my tanks are gonna give out orders. Take aim to the Rogal Dorn.
All of the tanks have gotten Take Aim from their respective commanders. A Scout Sentinel and a Hellhound have gotten Move, Move, Move.
To the movement phase.
Scout Sentinel moves up onto the right side No Man's Land objective. Scout Sentinel number 2 moves up onto the left side No Man's Land objective.
I've got good mobility with this army.
Hellhound with Move, Move, Move moves to the center objective marker.
So the Rogal Dorn will then move up to be here. The Vanquisher cannons. So Rogal Dorn is just gonna move up, get ready for next turn. So I've moved around my tanks. A lot of them stayed still. Let's go to the shooting phase. This Sentinel is gonna spot the Dimachaeron to give everything that shoots it reroll 1s to hit. Then this Sentinel over here is gonna spot the Genestealers back here.
Sentinel number 1 cleanses, and Sentinel number 2 also cleanses. Here come the guns.
Basilisk is gonna fire out of line of sight.
Basilisk opens up, firing on the Genestealers. 2 go down.
That unit is shaken, which means it's -2 to move, -2 to advance, and -2 to charge rolls.
Shooketh.
Hellhound firing its Melta Cannon into a Dimachaeron.
I am going to spend 1 command point on rapid regeneration.
Just the Heavy Bolter does damage.
1 damage so far.
Down to 15 in there.
However, I did hit the Dimachaeron, which means I'm gonna strip all cover from the Dimachaeron from this turn.
Exterminator firing next, splitting fire. Heavy bolters into the gaunts, and the Exterminator cannon into the Dimachaeron. 2 Termagants go down, and 6 wounds on the Dimachaeron.
Because the Exterminator hits something, it can choose one of the targets it hits. Dimachaeron is gonna get an extra AP for other guns that fire at it. So Heavy Bolter is gonna be AP2. I've softened up the Dimachaeron, given it ignore cover. Let's go with the Vanquisher.
Vanquisher time, starting with Hamilton, the special character tier model. He's got Take Aim and can reroll 1s, all the buffs he needs. He's only gonna miss if he rolls a 2.
Historically, my Vanquishers have missed almost every single time and done nothing.
It's a Hamilton, why?
Oh no! Command point on a command reroll, and he manages a hit. Roll the wound, built-in reroll here, it fails!
Goodness, Hamilton!
The Hunter Killer Missile, it also fails. He does nothing. It's the curse of the Vanquisher cannon.
He just rolled 3 2s. The only dice that misses, like 1s reroll. I keep giving you a chance, Hamilton. Well, that's okay. That's why I brought a second.
Second Vanquisher cannon's turn. Thank goodness for reroll 1s. Wound roll succeeds, and Tycho saves.
Oh my God! I brought 2 just so this wouldn't happen.
The last cannon, does it go through? Maybe it does. 7 damage. Feel No Pains takes only 3 damage. 6 wounds remaining on the Dimachaeron.
Never underestimate Tycho's ability to roll 5s.
Hellhound shooting the Tyrant Guard, no effect.
What is going on?
Rogal Commander firing into the Tyrant Guard. Lone Guard takes 3 damage. Oppressor Cannon finishes that one off. That's the shooting phase.
That was about as bad of a shooting round as it could have been.
Wasn't great, wasn't great.
Nick has managed to extend battle lines for 5. He's also cleansed for 4. That puts Nick into a 9-point lead as we head to Tycho's turn 1.
Oh, that didn't smart as much as I thought it would. All my Dimachaerons are still cooking.
I'm on almost all the objectives. Good board control. I'm confident going into Tycho's turn. Well, I gave you a golden opportunity to try to do some damage to me, Tycho.
I'll do my level best, I promise.
Tycho has drawn Secure No Man's Land and Establish Locus.
Secure No Man's Land is going to be definitely doable, especially if these Sentinels die.
The Dimachaeron has passed his Battle Shock test. Nick's to 1 command point, and thanks to the Swarmlord, Tycho's to 2.
Do you think a swarm of Hormagaunts can kill a Sentinel.
Yes.
Wounded Dimachaeron moves up. Nick spends his command point on Overwatch. The Vanquisher does nothing.
If you never give your models opportunities to do cool things, they never will.
Hormagaunts advancing towards that Sentinel. They're going to be able to charge it even though they advanced. Tyrant Guard and Swarmlord moving into cover. Looks like they're going to establish Locust. Dimachaeron in the center advances. Not a great roll. Tyrannofex move up to get line of sight on some tanks. That's what they want.
Biovore is going to sit tight. Hold the home.
Imperial Guard tanks are like lobsters for Tyranids. They crack the hard shell on the outside and eat the juicy good inside. Biovore launches its spore mine into the far left.
That's a movement phase.
It's a scary movement phase.
All right, we're going to start with some shooting.
Swarmlord and the Tyrant Guard will establish Locust in the center of the board. Termagants shoot the Sentinel, take a wound off of it.
Hopefully that's enough tickle damage. Actually, I might have a little bit more tickle damage before we're through.
Tyrannofex #1 shooting next. Stinger salvo into the Sentinel and Rupture Cannon into Hamilton the Vanquisher.
5 wounds remaining for the Sentinel.
Rupture Cannon, oh wow! That brings down the Vanquisher. Whoa!
Fortunately, Hamilton, the commander of the tank, jumps out and hops in this one. So now this is Hamilton. Bye, tank.
That's how a big gun works, Nick.
Ooh, and there goes Hamilton. Hamilton, you're demoted to a guardsman now.
Tyrannofex #2, Stinger salvo to the Hellhound and Rupture Cannon into the other Vanquisher. 1 damage to the Hellhound. Rupture Cannon misses. Tycho spends a command point to reroll the hit. 4 wounds remaining on the Vanquisher.
Which means he's bracketed, unfortunately.
I think that's it for shooting phase. Let's do some charges.
Charge phase already. Dimachaeron charges the Hellhound, succeeds.
That looks so cool. Nom, 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 he's gonna eat him.
Dimachaeron on the left flank charges the Sentinel. He's also in. Genestealers also charging that Sentinel. Just make it in. Hormagaunts charge the last Sentinel, and they have surrounded it.
Okay.
Fight phase now. Dimachaeron into the Hellhound. 6 damage. 5 wounds left on the Hellhound. Hormagaunts into the Sentinel. Barely managed to bring it down, but still bring it down. Oh, it explodes. There's a damage each of the Dimachaeron and the Hormagaunts. Dimachaeron now fighting into the other Sentinel. Oh, blows him up too. That's 1 wound to the Dimachaeron and to the Genestealers.
Both Sentinels will explode.
That is that.
I get to fight you back with my Hellhound.
Hellhound fighting the Dimachaeron and actually manages to hurt it.
Ouch! Down to 4.
Tycho manages to secure No Man's Land for 5. He's established Locust in the midboard for 2, still has a command point, gives him 7 secondary. However, in round 1 in Purge the Foe, you can score 4 points if you kill a unit, and he does so. That puts him in the lead, 11-9.
Stunning first turn from the Tyranids. I managed to score a huge 11 points. That's amazing. We're in a good spot for round 2. Let's go. High Fleet Pepsis.
Here we go into my turn. I have to kill at least one of these Tyrannofexes. I'd love to kill both. So we start my turn. I get a command point.
Nick has pulled Cull the Horde and Overwhelming Force.
Kill stuff on objectives and kill a unit of 20 models or more.
Vanquisher passes Battle Shock. Nick scores 4 points for holding 1 primary objective. He does not hold more. That puts him to 13 to Tycho's 11. Take aim goes out to all of the tanks except the Leman Russ Exterminator.
Here we go. He's gonna stay still so that he gets heavy.
That's gonna give him a +1 to hit, in addition to take aim, which gave him +1 ballistic skill. Hellhound on the center moves to get within 9 of both the Dimachaerons around it.
So I got options of shooting one of these 2 Dimachaerons, depending if this one lives.
Executioner moving on the left objective. Rogal Dorn commander follows in behind. Tank commander following the Rogal Dorn. It's a tank train. Choo choo, boom boom. Exterminator moves up, tags the objective. Second Rogal Dorn commander moves towards the center, giving himself some options for fire.
And then the Basilisk is gonna stay still, so it gets heavy.
Hellhound in combat falls back, and Nick spends a command point on tactical withdrawal to allow it to shoot after falling back.
Think that's movement. On to the shooting phase.
Hellhound that fell back splits fire. Heavy bolters will go to the Tyrannofex, and the Melta-Cannon and Hunter Killer will go to the Dimachaeron. Heavy bolter, no damage, but Nick will use that to deny cover on the Tyrannofex for the rest of the shooting phase.
And then the Melta-Cannon into the Dimachaeron. D3 shots. 3s. All 3. 5s to wound. None of them! I'm gonna use my Hunter Killer rocket. It misses. Everything misses.
Hellhound #2 shoots everything into the Dimachaeron. 2 damage with a heavy bolter. Melta-Cannon goes through. 7 damage. That is a Dimachaeron down. Demolisher firing the last cannon and Hunter Killer into the Tyrannofex with no cover. Tycho responds with rapid regeneration for a command point. Rest of the guns go to the Hormagaunts.
The last cannon into the Tyrannofex. It hits. Does it wound? It does not. Not good. Hunter Killer rocket. It hits. It wounds. D6 damage, 6 flat damage.
So I get 6 field of pains. I save 2 of them, so I take 4 damage. I'm down to 12 wounds.
Hormagaunts taking fire next, and they lose 6 bugs. Exterminator opens up the autocannon and last cannon into the Biovore, heavy bolters into the Hormagaunts. 2 Hormagaunts down. Autocannon, nothing to the Biovore, last cannon fails to wound. That said though, attacks against the Biovore will have an additional pip of armor penetration now.
If I can kill his Biovore, that means he's not on his home objective. If I can take him off all the other ones, he can score no primary.
Basilisk trying to down the Biovore, and Nick only does 1 wound. It takes 2 damage.
Oh, I rolled so terribly.
Rogal Dorn Commander number 1, the Oppressor and the Autocannon into the wounded Tyrannofex, rest of the guns into the Hormagaunts. Tyrannofex down to 7 wounds left. Hormagaunts down to 3 models remaining.
All right, Vanquisher, you've got 1 chance to redeem yourself. Let's go. Well, now let's see if Hamilton, 2.
The not Hamilton Vanquisher, because Hamilton blowed up, shooting the heavy bolters into the Dimachaeron, everything else into the Tyrannofex. Last cannon does nothing.
Good start, good start.
Vanquisher misses.
Nick, not like that.
Dimachaeron, no damage.
Vanquisher, you suck. Oh my God. What was that?
Everything from the Battle Cannon Commander into the Hormagaunts, and he finishes them off.
This is a lot of points because I'm killing something on an objective. If this is taking an objective away from you, there's also kill points for the end of the turn.
Plasma Executioner fires everything into the wounded Tyrannofex except its flamer targeting the Dimachaeron. Tycho using a once per battle and ignores one of the wounds, and the Field of Pains keep it up with 3 wounds left. Heavy bolters, no joy. Hunter Killer fails to wound.
And then the flamer into the Dimachaeron. 1 shot. Strike 4. Nope, doesn't wound. Okay.
Second Dorn now, here we go. Both cannons into the Tyrannofex and the rest of the guns to the Dimachaeron. Tyrannofex takes nothing, but the Dimachaeron falls.
Boom. That is all my shooting. We go into the charge phase. Do I want to charge anything?
Nick choosing to charge the Executioner into the Genestealers? Oh boy, what's he thinking? The tank manages to kill a Genestealer.
Why did I do this? That was really dumb.
Clapback, that brackets the tank. Oh dear.
Because all I did was allow Tycho to jump on the objective. I would have held that objective. Now we tie.
I messed up badly by not rapid ingressing.
Anyways, moving on. That's it on my turn.
Nick gets Call the Horde for 5, Overwhelming Force for 5 more. That puts his secondary points up to 19. He's at 23 to 11 as we head to Tycho's turn 2.
Well, let's see what I can do.
Tycho's turn 2 now. Storm Hostile Objective and Sabotage.
1 command point each.
I actually go to 3 because of Swarmy.
Wounded Tyrannofex passes Battle Shock. He does hold an objective. That will give him 4 more primary. He's got 15 total.
Oh, I don't want to step out into like battle cannon land, but this guy's going to escape from your silly tank, man.
I'm mad I didn't kill him.
Good. Into the breach.
Swarmlord and Tyrant Guard moving into the open to get some Hellhounds. Termagants advance onto the objective.
Trygon's gonna try and charge.
Trygon just outside 9, potentially gonna charge the Dorn Commander and the Battle Cannon Tank Commander.
I think that's the movement phase.
Here comes the bug shooting. Swarmlord, nothing to the unwounded Hellhound. Termagants firing into that same Hellhound. 1 devastating wound from the Strangleweb. Nice.
See, look, I'm not scared of your Vanquisher anymore.
Wounded Tyrannofex shoots the Vanquisher, and the Spine Banks are going into the Hellhound with 10 wounds remaining.
Here comes the Rupturefex. Rupture Cannon! 1 hit. And I'm gonna spend a command point. 2 hits. Only 1 wound.
5 to save. Come on, Hamilton, fake Hamilton. Ha! It's a 3. I'm not gonna roll it.
Vanquisher goes down.
You're both demoted. So the next guard game I play, I will have 2, I'll make you officers. You can be sergeants of squads, but they're gonna be in the front lines. You got that?
All right, here comes the Spine Bank.
Same both.
Moving to the other Tyrannofex.
Stingers take a wound off the Exterminator. Oh, Demolisher goes down, and it explodes. There's a damage to the Rogal Dorn.
When the commander dies, he has a rule called Vengeful Salute, which means on a 2-up, he gets a fire back. Ah, he can't fire. Oh.
And that is a shooting phase.
Can't say I loved that shooting phase.
Swarmlord charges the most wounded Hellhound. Venomthropes charge the other one. Oh, just make it. Dimachaeron charges the Rogal Dorn, makes it into combat. Trygon going for the multi-charge into the Dorn and the tank commander.
Come on, Trygon! Ooh, a command point reroll. Down to 1 command point left. Come on, Trygon!
Fails again, oh no!
Yeah, I messed up badly by not rapid ingressing him. Starting with chargers. Let's do something that's gonna make me happy.
Swarmlord fights first, kills the Hellhound. No explosion. Sad Nick noises. Venomthropes, no damage. Dimachaeron to the Rogal Dorn, 12 damage. 6 wounds remaining on the Dorn.
On to the ongoing fights, so...
Executioner fighting the Genestealers, damages a Genestealer. Genestealers and Broodlord fight back, and there goes the tank.
That's the end of the turn.
Ooh, what a turn 2 that was. Nick gets 4 points for getting a kill on his turn. That puts him up to 27. Tycho, however, gets kill and kill more. That's going to give him an additional 8 primary, putting his primary to 16 and giving him a total of 27 as he did score Storm Hostile. Sabotage is discarded, however, he does not gain a command point for that as Swarmlord gave him 2 to start the game. Both players end that turn with a single command point remaining.
It's a tie! Yeah, this is great.
What a good clap back from Tycho. I think I can still stay in this game. I've got enough tanks to do it. All right, here we go. I get a command point going up to 2.
Turn 3 now. Nick's pulled, engaged on all fronts, and marked for death. The Biovore, the full-strength Tyrannofex, and the Trygon have been marked. Rogal Dorn passes his battle shock. Once again, all the tanks except the Exterminator are getting the order, take aim. Nick does score 4 points on primary for holding an objective, puts him up to 12 primary to add to his 19 secondary.
We are going to go into the move phase, and in the move phase, I'm going to spend 1 command point on Tactical Withdrawal, which allows this tank to fall back and still shoot like normal, to be able to get engaged on all fronts and also still shoot. I'm going to give you the center. You can have the center.
Exterminator tank moves into that top right. Rogal Dorn commander moves towards Swarmlord, staying away from the center.
He's going to stay still, so he can fire over there if he wants to.
Tank commander moving into the terrain feature to be able to shoot out of the building.
Let's go into the shooting phase, proper, fire everything. This Rogal Dorn tank is damaged.
Rogal Dorn in combat is going to try to fire here. Nick spends a command point on final hour to fire without penalties. Nice.
However, all his guns become hazardous. Isn't that cool? He's basically like overcharging the engine, just like, give her all she's got, Captain.
Hellhound firing first now, going to try to finish off that wounded Tyrannofex. No joy.
But he's going to score me points in a second.
Exterminator's next, firing everything into the Termagants. 3 with the autocannon. Heavy bolters kill a couple more. Basilisk firing everything into the Trygon. Tycho spending a command point on rapid regeneration, trying to keep it alive. Only takes 3 damage from the Earthshakers, though.
You are also shaken, which means that you are -2 to movement, -2 to charges, and -2 to advances.
Rogal Dorn firing its non-blast weapons into the Dimachaeron and the rest of the guns into the Trygon. Oh, brings it down to 8 wounds. Lowly Stubber does a wound to the Dimachaeron, though, brings it down to 14.
I owe you a whole bunch of Gets Hots from this Rogal Dorn for their final hour stratagem. That's a lot of Gets Hot results. If I roll 2 1s, he's dead. I rolled 1 1. He's down to 3 wounds. So I've got 2 tanks left. This is really big. I gotta get the right order. I gotta do the right amount of damage. If I split fire too much, I got a button for that.
I agree.
Rogal Dorn commander out in the open, splits fire. Cascadator and the heavy stubbers fire to the Termagants, the pulverizer, heavy bolter cannon, and autocannon into the Trygon, and the Meltas are going into Swarmlord and friends. Castigator into the Termagants first. Oh, they're so dead. That's a kill for Nick. Pulverizer cannon next, down to 2 wounds on the Trygon. Trygon alive on 2 wounds is not good. Meltas go to Swarmlord and his Tyrant Guard, kills one of them.
I got 2 wounds over here. I have to kill this. This has to die. All right, it comes down to the tank commander. He's all that's left in the building right here.
Sends the battle cannon into the Trygon, overcharged plasmas, bolters, and heavy stubbers into the wounded Tyrannofex.
He's gonna split fire. Oh, don't fail me now. Battle cannon into the Trygon. D6 plus 3 shots. On 3s. Only 2. On 4s to wound. I mean both.
10.
Oh, that's so frustrating. Now into the Tyrannofex.
Commander fails to do any damage.
Just need a second. Just need a second. I think I might need a snack.
Nick needs some blood sugar.
Well, there's nothing else I can do. No charging.
Dimachaeron fights first. Rogal Dorn tanks it all and takes nothing.
I did it! He lives! The Rogal Dorn!
Rogal Dorn fights back. No joy. It's a slap fight between a tank and a big monster. Nick has managed to engage at all fronts for 4. He's going to hold on to Mark for death. That puts him to 23 secondary, 12 primary. That puts him to 35 points. He did manage a kill. If he can just live through Tycho getting killed more, he might be in good shape.
Go up to 3 command points for me and 1 for you.
Tycho's turn 3, he's drawn Bring It Down and Defend Stronghold. Oh, Bring It Down is perfect.
Battle Shock on the Trygon. I think he's okay. Tyrannofex. Oh, he's Battle Shocked.
He holds more objectives than Nick, so he's going to get an additional 4 for holding more on primary. Brings his primary score to 24. Tyrannofex moves up toward the Leman Russ Exterminator. Genestealers come out of hiding, looking at that tank commander. Oh, just crack the shell and it's like an all-you-can-eat buffet, Genestealers. As Trygon moves, Nick's only got a single command point, and Swarmlord would make that Overwatch cost 2, so he's gonna have to Overwatch with that Basilisk. Tycho saves! Earthshaker fails!
He tried. However, you're hit, so you're shaken again.
For Mr. Wigglesworth. Let's shoot some stuff.
Shooting face down, Tyrannofex into the Dorn, spine banks into the Exterminator. Oh, Dorn completely missed. Command point to reroll a hit, rolls another one. The Exterminator makes it saves as well, no damage. Wounded Tyrannofex, rupture cannon into the Rogal Dorn, spine banks into the tank commander. Spine banks fail. Rupture cannon fails to wound.
Oh, the pain, the sorrow.
Keeping me in the game is what it is.
Swarmlord using Synaptic Pulse of the Dorn, 2 damage to the Rogal Dorn.
15 wounds remaining.
That was nowhere near as rupture-lific as I was hoping for. Alrighty, the charges. Let's start with the big charge. Trygon into your Basilisk.
He is 7 because of being shaken.
Trygon tries to charge, fails. Command point reroll.
Okay, chant it with me. 4, 4, 4, 4.
That's not nice.
I'm sorry to chant it, but I really need it.
I would have even made it if you didn't have this stupid rule, too.
He fails!
Tyrannofex charges the Exterminator into combat. Swarmlord charging the Rogal Dorn, and he's in with ease. Venomthropes into the Dorn, also reach combat. Genestealers Broodlord next, into the Tank Commander and Hellhound. They make it in.
Chocolates.
Here's a gold bar.
Ooh.
Here's a silver bar. we know how this is gonna go.
Hey, I'm not out yet.
Let's do the fighting phase.
Swarmlord goes first, 3 damage to the Rogal Dorn Commander. Venomthropes next, 1 damage, bringing it down to 9 wounds left. Tyrannofex deals 2 damage to the Exterminator, it's to 10. Broodlord on the Tank Commander, 8 damage to the Commander. Genestealers bring it down to a single wound left.
Nick, stop saving with 1 wound.
Genestealers fighting into the Hellhound, bring it to 6 wounds remaining. Ongoing combat, Rogal Dorn fights Dimachaeron first, no damage. Oh, can the Dimachaeron bring the Rogal Dorn down? He does! Oh, that's Tycho's first kill, that is huge! That's gonna get him 4 points and deny Nick 4. That was close. Tycho almost failed to get a kill on his turn 3. That could have been huge. Defense Stronghold is ongoing. Secondary points are 4 for Bring It Down. He's got 28 primary and 15 secondary, 43. Nick does score 4 more primary, takes him to 16. That is going to be 39-43 as we head to Nick's turn 4.
It's a 4-point game. I have very little left. He's got a few key things I can kill. Like, it's so tight.
Wow, this has been a lot of back and forth. There's some seriously wounded models stumbling around, trying for glory in their last gasps here in round 4.
Going into turn 4 here, and not much left in the gas tank. Command phase, I've given take aim, take aim, take aim, take aim, and this tank over here is too far away, so it's got nothing.
Nick still has Mark for Death, and he's pulled Secure No Man's Land. Oh, Tank Commander passes Battle Shock. Only 4 points for holding 1 primary objective, and not more than Tycho does. That puts us to a tie game, folks, 43-43.
Movement phase.
Nick spending a command point on the Hellhound for tactical retreat. That's gonna let it fall back and still shoot.
This has to go perfectly. It's not going well.
You're losing tanks faster than you hoped.
I've got to deny you points. I've got to get points. Both these things are tough to do. We're gonna start the shooting with this commander tank. He's gonna shoot everything into this Trygon. Gotta kill him. He's got take aim, so +1. However, he's damaged and in combat, so it's -1. So heavy voltage shot, sustained. Ooh, nothing there. Might as well recharge. Only got 1 wound left. Plasma guns. I missed them both. And then D6 +3 shots with main gun. I got 6 shots. Hitting on 5s. I got 1 hit. It's a wound, no!
Saving on a 4. It's a 4!
Oh, save is made. Hazardous, okay. Hellhound, everything in the wounded Tyrannofex, nothing. Rogal, Dorn firing next. Pulverizer goes into the Tyrannofex as well as the autocannon. The rest of the guns into the Swarmlord and the Tyrant Guard.
Big giant gun into the Rupture Cannon. D6 plus 3 shots. Oh, come on. 4s, so I can reroll 1 hit roll. So just 1 hit. This will kill you if it wounds you. It does wound you.
So saving on a 4. Look into my eyes there. It's a 1. Rerolling.
Oh, come on! Just give me this!
I can do it.
Hard into my stomach.
I can do it. Now you got your autocannon.
I don't wound.
Stubborn does the damage to the Tyrant Guard. Melta vaporizes the last one. Basilisk takes down the Trygon. That's 5 for Marked for Death.
Got some points.
Exterminator shooting everything into the Swarmlord. Autocannon does 2 wounds, and that's all. Ongoing fight phase now. Broodlord into the tank commander. He goes down, but does not explode. Rogal commander trying to run over some Venomthropes. Manages to kill. Swarmlord into the Dorn. Chops it down. Another tank down, and no explosion. That is absolutely huge. That is a kill on Tycho's turn for sure, but a kill for Nick as well. Nick manages to score 5 on Marked for Death and 2 on Secure No Man's Land. That puts him up to 50 to Tycho's 46 as Defend Stronghold completes.
Three command points to 1.
Tycho pulls Marked for Death, and he's pulled Cleanse.
Well, I've got exactly 3 units left, so I'm gonna mark this one and that one and that one.
Tyrannofex continues its Battle Shock woes. Tycho again holds more objectives than Nick, so that is a massive 8 points on primary. 50-54 as we go to Tycho's movement phase.
Overwatch. One last chance at it. D3 shots with his Meltagun. 1 shot. That's all I need. I just need a 6. It's a 6. 5 to wound. Ah! It's a 5. -4.
Oh no!
Uh-oh.
If you roll a 6, I will be so pissed. Oh, good. They 3 damage. It's enough, but I did it!
He killed my Tyrannofex. What is going on? Well, it's fine.
Venomthropes heading towards Nick's home objective.
Shooting time.
Swarmlord firing at the Hellhound fails. Tyrannofex shoots the Exterminator, and the Exterminator lives on a single wound.
I'm still in the game.
Dimachaeron cleansing an objective. That's an interesting use for that big beastie. Swarmlord charging the Hellhound. He's in. Genestealers charge. They're in. Venomthropes fail their charge. Command point reroll. They're in.
Can you wipe me off the board? Let's go.
Swarmlord into the Hellhound. Only 3 damage. Broodlord finishes off the Hellhound, and no explosion yet again. Wowie, wow, wow. That Overwatch was clutch. That gives both players 4 points for a kill and no kill mores. However, that does give Tycho an 11-point lead over Nick.
I have 2 tanks left, 1 on 1 wound, and an artillery that you've engaged. You have taken me off of all the objectives. You have enough points that even if I were to magically score all of my secondaries and score my points for primary, I couldn't catch you because all you have to do is stay still where you are and you would win the game.
And that's where they're going to call it. 75-64 Afterpaint, your victor, Tycho, and the High Fleet Pepsis. Thanks, boys, for a fantastic game. That was a lot of fun to watch. Really appreciate the back and forth, all the big guns, and I wish there were more explosions, but hey, we can't have it all.
Well done, Tycho. Congratulations. Close fight game.
Very.
And if my dice had just been a little more cooperative at times, the retribution for Hamilton will be swift.
What an amazing game. This went back, forth, round and round.
Tune in next time as a court-martial of Hamilton happens.
I think if Hamilton had sunk his damage home early, I would not be in the position I'm in here now. Nick, you fought really, really hard.
Thanks for watching. It was a lot of fun. I really like the new Guard Codex. All right, now where's Hamilton?
Thank you for watching, and until next time, play on.
Thanks again to this episode's sponsor, Magic Spoon. Remember, use code PLAYMAGIC or go to magicspoon.com/playmagic to try Magic Spoon treats or granola today and get $5 off. And of course, as always, a great big thank you to you for watching. If you like what we do, make sure to like, subscribe, and share this video. Or if you really like what we do, please consider supporting us through YouTube membership or Patreon. You'll get exclusive releases as well as behind-the-scenes interviews, early access to most of our shows, and access to our Discord, the most happening 40K community around. Well, that's it for all of us here at the Play On Studios. On behalf of them, it's me, JT the Voice, saying, till the next time we see you in the far-flung future of a grimdark universe, play on!